Hello guys, welcome to CRNT Designer Chetan here. In this tutorial we are going to learn to make a sci-fi space environment in Blender with the Eevee render. So before moving toward the tutorial, if you didn't subscribe our YouTube channel then please subscribe it. Because every week we make a Blender tutorial. For that Blender tutorials, you need to subscribe our YouTube channel. So please subscribe it, and now let's get started. So you can see this environment I have created in the Blender. So now we are going to recreate this environment. So here is the file, and just open the general file and just delete this cube like this. Press X for that. Now shift A and add landscape, which is here. If you won't find this landscape, then just edit and preferences, and you need to search for the add-on. I'm going to close this file. Okay, so just search here landscape, and you can see ANT landscape add-on, which is here. Just check that box, then you will get this add-on, this landscape here. Okay, now you can see there are some options. Just click on this sphere option, so you can create meteoroid, asteroid, something like that very easily. Then change this noise type, something whichever you like. You can play with this noise type. Yeah, this is someone good, looks good, or any other. Yeah, this is cool. Then just select this. You can play with that add-on, and shift A, add one more landscape, and give it different noise type. Turbulence, okay, this one is pretty good. Shift A, add one more landscape. You need to create something like this, 4 or 5 types landscape. It's like an asteroid, meteoroid, anything. So we will get the variety in it. Okay, now you can see we have this landscape. Before going to duplicate, just select this and just UV unwrap. It's heavy because there are a lot of words. So now you can see we have UV unwrapped this 4 landscape. So if I select, then you can see here it. Okay, the next step is the shading. Because we will duplicate this landscape many times. So before that we need to UV unwrap this landscape and shade this landscape. Okay, so create a new texture and give its name rock texture, something like that. Now you can see here I have these textures. I have downloaded these textures from the 3dtexture.com, and you can also download it. It is free, so just go there and download this texture. So here you can see stone path, base color. Just add this base color, and we will try to create a different texture for this. So just connect this base color, and you can see it's not looks too much like a meteoroid, asteroid. Space rocks. Then add this one, and this texture is a simple image texture. I have downloaded this texture from the Google. You can download it. Just search rocks texture and shift A, add color and mix RGB, and connect this. Okay, you can see, and if I connect this directly, then which kind of result I will get. So this looks pretty well. So just delete this. Now we will add bump map, vector bump, and just connect this bump map to the normal. And then you need to connect this same texture, Shift T, duplicate, and change to the non-color and connect it to the height. So you can see we got this pretty much good rock texture, but we need to add a few more things on it. So for next thing, Shift A, vector, and add a normal map and connect this normal map to this. Then you can see here we have this normal map of the stone part texture. Just bring that normal map and connect this normal map to this. Then we will add mix RGB, Shift A, in the bump texture, Shift A color, and this mix RGB, add the mix RGB, and you can see here we have this height map. Just bring that height map and connect this to this. Then we will add roughness. So you can see here is the roughness, so bring that roughness and connect to the roughness. Just take this guy a little bit up and bring the roughness here and connect to the roughness. So you can see we got pretty much good texture for our rocks, space rocks. Okay, then you need to give the same texture for all the rocks. You can see, give it the same texture, rock texture, and I will add slight color in it. So just Shift A, color, mix RGB, dark brown kind of color I will add. So just and bring it a little bit down like this. Okay, you can see it's look pretty well. We have easily created this texture. Now the next thing, come to the layout and place this rock little bit aside. Okay, then select these rocks and make a collection, M, new collection, and give its name Space Rock. Space Rocks. You can see here is a collection and just hide that collection. Okay, now we will start to create a ring. So Shift A, mesh, add torus and play with this major radius and minor radius. Okay, I need to decrease it a little bit. Okay, it's look pretty well. Now just shade smooth this and you need to duplicate 3 times. Shift D, duplicate, and scale this guy inside, and Shift D, and then one more time scale it little bit of outside. Okay, like this, and select everything, not everything, just 3 torus, and then rotate it into the 90 degree and just place this somewhere here. You can see. Okay, pretty much looks good. And now you need to create the texture for this. So just go to the shading tab. So you can see here are those torus which are here. Okay, now select and create a new texture and just delete this. Shift A, shader, image and shader, add an image and shader and connect this to the surface and just give it a little bit of orange kind of color and just increase its something like 5 will work good. Okay, pretty much thing same. Then I will give the same rock texture to this ring. Just go there and UV unwrap. It's not work. Okay. Then you need to do smart UV project, otherwise you can see we need to give the rock texture to this one. UV smart UV project and then give that rock texture, middle one, not the last one. And for this we will create a new texture and that will be the blue emission. Shift A shader and add a emission shader and connect this emission shader to the surface and give its blue emission, something like that, and increase its intensity something 5 will work, I guess, good. Okay, 5 4 anything. Now come to the layout like this and just go to the edit mode, render view, and just bring this completely down. Color, background, the world color should be black because we are going to create a space scene like this. And now go to the UV editing, just deselect everything and go to the UV editing and create a new view, 3D viewports. And you need to fix the camera before that. So the composition is important. Just place the camera at the center. So Control Alt 0 from the front view, you can see. Select your camera first. Okay, you can see. Just move your camera a little back. Then hit N, view, and just camera to view. So you can move your camera. Okay, something like this. Just okay. Now you need to do okay. So now we will add the more rocks, space rocks. So for that, just need to duplicate this, guys. Start to Shift T, duplicate this, guys, and then go to the UV editing and make sure you should be in your camera. And now you need to create the scene. Oh, just hide this collection. Select and rotate them into the 90 degree, something like that. T, and just move them here, somewhere here at the center. Okay, and then just enable this. Okay, like this. And now you need to create a composition. Good composition is important. So just move these rocks and start to create a composition. So that's why you can use the click on your camera and viewport display, and here is the composition guide option. Just use this third rule and center guide. Okay, and now you need to create the proper composition for it. It's totally depend on you. How do you want to compose the scene? Make sure you change the focal length something 40 because it's a wide angle, and if you see the resolution of the camera, then it is, I want to change it, it's 16. I want more wide aspect ratio because it looks like a more cinematic aspect ratio. Okay, so now you can move your rocks and you can create any kind of composition. It's totally depend on you. Okay, you can see we have created pretty much good composition. And you can create easily something like that. Okay, the next important part is the lighting. For that, just go to the render view. So now we will add amazing lights. So just select this and just delete this light, point light. Shift A, mesh, not the mesh, light, and add an area light. Okay, just rotate this area light into the 90 degree and bring this area light somewhere here behind this ring and scale it and just increase its intensity something 1000 will work fine, and give its blue tint like this. If you want, you can increase to something 2000 also for more light. Okay, something like that. And then add a sun lamp, shift A, light, and add sun, and then just rotate the sun into the 90 degree like this, and we will give the position for the sun to the left side. Okay, something like this, and just increase the strength something 10 and give its red color, orange color, not the red color, orange color. Just decrease the strength something 5 will work fine. Okay, you can see the strength is 5 and give it a little bit more orange tone. Okay, it's look good. Now we will add little bit of red color in the scene. Shift A, add light, area light, and just rotate this area light into the 90 degree like this, and we will fix this light at the bottom and just scale this light and give its power something, change the color to the red, and power something we will give something 500. I guess 100 will be fine. Scale this serial red light, and we will add one more red light in the scene. Shift D and duplicate this area light and scale this. Rotate this area light into the 90 degree. Okay, bring it little bit up. And just you need to fix this area light somewhere here and rotate this into something 45 degree angle or anything, and just pose this area light something like this. Scale down. Change it to the local, and you can see it's look pretty much same scene we have created here. If you want to increase the blue light, Shift D and duplicate and take it a little bit back like this. Okay, and then you need to compose your scene. Before that, I have added the particle system on this outer blue division torus. Just turn on this ambient, bloom, screen space reflection, and then this motion blur also we can turn on, and if you want, and this color management change to the high contrast. You can see it's very easy and simple. So just Shift A, add mesh and icosphere, which is here. Take this icosphere here a little bit away from the scene and scale down this icosphere. Now create a different texture for this, just imagine, but little bit of different imagine can create for it. For that, just add a texture, new texture, and create an imagine texture, and this time little bit of dark blue, not the cyan, and give its thickness strength something 4. If I come out from the viewport, then where is that? Here you can see this is, and now you need to add the particle system on this ring. So just select this outer ring and go here and particle system, particle properties. So click on this plus icon, and here is the emitter, and just increase the particle something 10,000, and then come here to the render and click on this object, render as object. Select your icosphere object and force. You can see here is a field weight. Decrease this gravity completely 0. And if you go to the layout and this, if you turn on this, then you can see the particles are emitting from that ring. You can see, and which looks amazing. Then you can scale the size of this particle. You just need to increase the size of the icosphere. But I feel we need to see the scene. Just scale this a little bit and see the particle size, which is fine. You can see. Okay, just click on N and you can see, just scale this little bit, something like this, and you can see here is our composition. Simple thing, simple, very simple. Now see through the render view and just play your animation. These particles, wow, it's look awesome. Just click on this icon. You can see simply we have created this scene in Blender. And if you want to add any person in this scene, then you can add easily. For the composition purpose, I need to add a person in it. Okay, so that's why I will use one person. So you can see this is our final scene, and which looks beautiful, awesome. Simple scene, simple setup with a few landscape, one character and few rings, means torus, and just the particle sitting on it, and it's look much more better. I have given the link of textures and the 3D models in the description box, so please download it. And thanks for watching. If you like this tutorial, then hit that like button and subscribe our YouTube channel. Bye bye, see you in the next video. Take care.